Hey, everybody, and welcome to a special edition of the PSPW podcast. I'm Quote, and I'm joined today by Peef and Bhris Brown.
How you
You're
doing?
a fucking idiot.
Yeah, I'd also like to note that this is our second attempt at this approximately 5 minutes, and for some reason, Peef failed to tell me that he hit the record button, so...
I didn't know until very late.
That's all right. We're going now. So this is a special edition of the PSPW podcast. Normally, we would bring this to you around Friday, Saturday, but seeing as how we had 2 pay-per-views to talk about, along with some other stuff, we figured we didn't want to jam all of it into our podcast because, multiple shows, multiple weeklies, it's way too much. It would have taken us 3+ hours to get through everything. So we're coming to you a bit early this week. We'll still have our regular show later in the week, but you can consider this a little treat from us. So
We still hate you guys. Don't get it twisted.
we're just gonna get right into it because I feel like this is the best thing to do. Backlash is fresh on our minds, and quite frankly, So for the first match, we've got the pre-show. Now, I got up at 6:30 to watch this and fell back asleep. I am a fool.
I seriously cannot imagine.
I only saw
I was mad watching the
half
show
match
at
anyway, so.
8 p.m. to 11 p.m. and I thought it was a bad show. I can imagine what you thought.
Yeah.
It was a bad show with a 5-star match.
Something like that.
We're gonna get into that. So yeah, pre-show was really nothing special. Standard Dillinger.
Yep.
I like Dillinger. I hope that they do something interesting with him. I don't think they'll do anything big with him, mind you. I feel like he's got a pretty low ceiling just because of who he is. Like, he's a good worker. The fans get behind him, but I don't know. There's something about him to me that just feels like he's not going to get very far.
We can't say that anymore on SmackDown.
This is true.
I know.
He could be world champ tomorrow.
Yeah.
The English win was actually just to put him over.
I know. It's the land of opportunity.
It just takes one win.
Yeah, that's all it takes. Doesn't matter how poorly you book somebody.
This show.
Slap a title on them. Talk about the title making a man, though. Okay, so let's get to the opener. Dolph Ziggler versus Shinsuke Nakamura. What did you guys think about this?
It was what it needed to be and nothing more. Literally not an inch more.
I actually disagree with that in the sense it should have been a lot more. Not in the sense that it should have been like a big explosive match like, Nakamura Zayn, but I feel like they completely failed in what they were trying to do, which was to make Nakamura look like a beast and have all the hype be worth it. But it didn't look worth it.
That was weird. They had him Dolph worked him over a lot of the match.
He looked like a bitch.
Yeah, Ziggler had the most offense in that match.
Yep.
And you had Shinsuke look like an underdog, which is not what he is at all.
Yeah.
It was like nothing almost.
Also,
watching the match, there was so much nothing.
Dolph really just does not give a fuck
Anymore.
He really doesn't. He's
to go far away.
Yeah, he really does. This is
Call up
this has
Kadani, get
gotta
that
be
New
the tail end.
Yeah, get that New Japan contract going. Maybe be good at your job again.
Yeah, maybe. I'd love to see Ziggler in New Japan. Honestly, I think he would definitely show some fire over there.
I think it would expose the fuck out of him, to be honest.
Yeah, I think so too.
I think it'd be I don't know. I think he would need some time, but I think he could be okay. And then I don't think he'd be super amazing, but I think he could definitely do some cool stuff. I think it'd be kind of similar to what Juice Robinson has been doing, where he went to Japan and then he just became a million times better.
The thing is, though, Juice, they had him start as a damn young boy.
That's
basically.
true.
So Dolph,
he did
he's
get
a former
some proper training.
Yeah, he's a former WWE World Champion. They're gonna push him.
Yeah, they'll push him to the moon.
Yeah.
That's assuming that would even happen, which I don't think will ever happen.
I mean, Kadani said he was interested in him, but I don't know if the interest goes both ways.
Yeah, who knows?
Yeah, this matchup, it was just. I feel like it should have been a lot more than it was.
It wasn't what it needed to be.
Well, yeah, I guess not.
At all.
It was in the sense that at the bare minimum it put Nakamura over a guy. That's it. That's the only thing they got right.
Yeah, he won a match, kind of.
They also made Ziggler look like shit. How many finishes did Ziggler put on him?
Yeah,
3?
They did really fucking bury all of Ziggler's moves.
They really did.
He hit the zigzag kick. He hit the famouser. I think he hit maybe 2 super kicks on that match.
Yeah.
One to the back of the head. Yeah,
so,
he's not.
Overall...
Yeah, go ahead.
It wasn't... It was booked very poorly. I don't want to say it was bad from a wrestling standpoint. Like, yeah, it was slow, just kind of boring, but like I can't give it like a terrible score because they didn't technically do anything incorrectly. Like, they did their moves. They did them well, but
it was inoffensive.
There was just no fire to the match at all. Like, there was no reason for me to care about that match.
Yeah.
And it makes it even more disappointing when you think about how they've been trying to hype him up to be this like super crazy awesome guy, and then he has that match.
I really want to blame a lot of it on Dolph, but I don't think that's fair.
I can't I'll blame part of it on Dolph. I think it's a 3-way intersection the way I see it. Like part of it is Dolph's fault, part of it is Nakamura's fault, and part of it is the agent's fault for thinking that match layout was acceptable.
That's true.
So yeah, it really wasn't.
It was really nothing special. Don't go out of your way to see it.
Yeah.
What was next on this fucking card?
Do not know. Next is the night. Yeah, probably. Honestly, what entered I don't think this is the best match of the night, but it was the most entertaining to me. It was the tag team championship match. Those and Bhris. I couldn't stop laughing during that match.
It was so fucking weird, but it was good in a wacky way.
Hell.
I popped for the mop.
I popped for the mop too. I was sad to see him go like that. God. So close to retirement.
God. Just one more week and he would have had his severance package.
God.
And then line of the night from JBL where
he promotes prostitution.
Listen.
Yeah.
Hey, there's nothing wrong with getting your dick sucked for money. Let's stop talking about this.
Yeah, that's bad. But him getting hit by the dress was hilarious. And then what he said was all funny. Just that the whole match, like it was very funny. And I know a lot of people don't like comedy, but like let's be real, like that it was funny. I laughed. Well, I had a good time. And hey, the end of the ending stretch was actually like fun from a wrestling perspective. I'm not a huge fan of the finish, just because I feel like after the big hits that they delivered, to just get kind of super kicked on the top rope and lose, like that was kind of disappointing. But I enjoyed it. It was definitely one of my favorite experiences tonight.
It was a fun little match.
It did what it had to do.
It did what it had to do. We knew the Usos were winning, so you might as well have fun with it. Get yourselves over a little bit, breathe on, go.
I don't think the feud is over either.
I mean, I guess if they need to waste more time before the New Day is ready, then they could continue it. But it doesn't really matter either way, because as soon as the New Day is ready, Breezango is going to be an afterthought, to be perfectly honest with you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, they're just kind of going to be comedy guys, which
they're good at.
I don't love that. Like, I enjoy what they're doing, but I don't love it simply because like Tyler Breeze is so awesome, and I just hate the fact that he's being used in that role. But like, if he's enjoying himself, then more power to him.
I mean, he's only like 29. He has
a long time.
Maybe
even if it isn't all WWE, he can still do well.
Yeah, that's true. Although he was never really treated like a super important guy. Like he was like Like in NXT, he was treated decently well.
Oh my god, I'm so sorry.
Why? Oh my god,
I'm
that's
sorry. I clicked on something.
It's nice,
I'm
thank you.
just-
That's what, all right. So like overall, the match was fine. It was entertaining, so I'm okay with that.
Yeah.
So after that, we had an interesting Sami Zayn, Baron Corbin.
Why?
It was an interesting.
I called it.
You're right. And
Yeah.
now that I think about it, it really does kind of make stupid sense with everything put together. 'Cause
Yeah.
now Jinder can fight Sammy. It's the main event feud.
I called it.
Yeah. It makes sense when you consider the fact that Money in the Bank, and I'm pretty sure like Corbin is like the favorite to win the briefcase.
Probably not anymore.
I
Well,
don't
no,
know.
I guess a face could still win it off him, and then they cash in.
I feel like the way that it's definitely my least favorite booking. Like the briefcase booking and everything revolving around it is probably my least favorite thing that WWE does now.
Yeah.
Where they just have the briefcase holder or the potential briefcase holder look like absolute crap to make it a surprise factor when they winning the briefcase, of course, and winning the title.
I don't think it's like that.
I hate that.
I think it's more, their mindset more is that they can get away with that because this guy has this briefcase, so no matter what, as soon as they go cash it in, they're gonna get a pop and they're gonna be legitimate.
Well,
which isn't necessarily correct.
That still kind of ties into what I'm saying, though. Is they essentially use it as a surprise factor. So when the guy actually wins, it's like, oh God, holy shit, like he did it.
Yeah, fair enough.
Yeah,
But
but
it
it doesn't work
shouldn't-
anymore. It's oversaturated. We know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, we know that a certain person is going to win the briefcase. We know that their booking is going to be pretty on and off and sour for the next few months or however long. And then they're going to slap a title on them because they can, and that's how it works, I guess.
Yep.
And they're going to look like, more than likely, going to look like a crappy champion because other than them holding the briefcase, there's no reason for us to really believe in them. But yeah, looking at the match itself, that's just my rant with how I hate the briefcase. I wasn't a huge fan of the match. I know some people were kind of into it, but I felt like it was kind of slow. It was, it wasn't Nakamura Ziggler, but I still felt like a lot of the time I was just sitting there staring at Corbin not really do too much. But Sammy's typical face fire or whatever was decent. But I don't know, I've started to notice this trope, and I mean I noticed this a while ago with Zayn matches where he's like kind of doing the Cena thing where he just gets beat up a ton and then hits his like two moves and wins.
Yeah. They do kind of, I don't know, maybe it's their obsession with out of nowhere kind of shit. It was weird. The whole thing was kind of weird because Corbin just kind of worked him over the whole match, and then all of a sudden Sammy wins.
Yeah.
Their feud isn't done either.
But why? Why do we keep these shitty feuds going?
We need something to watch, I guess.
I don't want to watch the Welcoming Committee. I want to watch Sami Zayn and Baron Corbin. They just need to end some
too bad.
I know.
This doesn't care about your opinion.
Yeah, clearly, if the company cared, we'd have. If they cared about our opinion specifically, maybe something different would happen.
Well, if they cared about our opinions, they'd probably be out of business.
Yeah, that's true. We're not. We're not. We might be a little, but like, they are the professionals. So.
Even though they have lost their minds today, we'll get there. Okay, so
we're about to get the party.
Yeah. Well, that's true. So same match was fine. Now we're to the women. Right.
Nobody cares. Next.
Yeah, that's basically it. They're keeping this feud going.
They are. I guess this is more of a time killer. I guess.
But for what?
I don't know. Maybe they wanted to like do something for Natty.
Because
I will say, I don't know. I will say that my prediction on this match was slightly wrong. Like, like I don't think I said that the heels were gonna win, but I never specifically mentioned my finish because my original prediction was that Carmella was going to submit Naomi. But
Really?
you know what? Yeah, like that's what I thought was going to happen because I've still been thinking that they were like dropping hints that they wanted Carmella to do something
Okay.
and kind of like piss off Natalia as a result. But then they have Natalia get the submission on Becky.
I just want to point out what you're insinuating here. You're insinuating a SmackDown where Carmella and Jinder Mahal are champions.
Now, I am not saying that Carmella was going to win.
Oh, okay.
I was never going like in my universe, but I guess in my universe, Jinder was winning either. But my thought process was that she would get like a women's title shot on like a SmackDown or something, and then get fucking bullied by Naomi.
But I mean, she did pin Naomi, so
twice.
Yeah, and she's probably going to get a title shot at some. But I don't know. I think like my thought was that she would get a title shot, her and Natalia again or something like that. I don't know. Maybe Natty's just gonna go like insane or something and start killing everybody. Probably not.
she's not Asuka.
Yeah, definitely not Asuka. But looking at the match itself, I didn't care for it at all. It was just kind of there.
It was,
it didn't even have like the crazy flurry that you would see in woman or 6-person tag match. It just kind of happened.
Yeah, it was slow. There wasn't really any heat. Nobody cared. Nobody cares. Nobody will care.
There was barely any heat on the show in general. Like,
yeah, it was weird.
Like,
they were in Chicago.
Yeah, well, to be like, I think Nakamura, like, I think that Nakamura killed the crowd, like, for most of the show. Like, they were trying to liven themselves up. They were kind of bringing themselves back a little bit, but like, they had a lot of trouble doing that.
I'm not gonna blame the Nakamura match because I don't know. The crowd just kind of seemed. I don't know. Maybe it was.
I'm blaming it on the Nakamura match, and you can't say that.
Nakamura. They were chanting, "Let's go Ziggler. Ziggler sucks."
That was funny.
There was no Nakamura chants at all, so we could put the blame on that match.
Yeah.
You cannot blame the crowd for this because
it was
all you have to say is listen to Takeover. That crowd was fucking incredible. They were absolutely on fire for like everything.
You could argue though, those are different crowds if you really get down to it. The mom
Chicago, I think it's a lot of the same. There's a lot of overlap.
Yeah, the mom and her kids probably are more likely to go to Backlash to see Randy than they go to Takeover to see fucking Bobby Roode.
Yeah, but there's still like there's still like quite a bit of crossover there. Like there are a lot of people that were to see both shows.
Fair enough.
And you could tell there was a lot of that. There were a lot of those guys in the crowd at Backlash, but they just did not have the energy. I don't know. Maybe they were burnt out.
Burnt out from last night.
I definitely would have been burnt out.
Yeah.
But like,
I don't think you can't use that argument either, though, because think about WrestleMania weekend. People were hot for the whole damn weekend.
Well, yeah, that's also WrestleMania. So you have to, like, when you go to a WrestleMania town, like, you have to bring a different level of energy any other sort of wrestling show or
That's
shows.
True.
Like, you have to, like, be hopped up on stuff. You have to, like, you got to eat right. Like, you
gotta
like,
eat
people
right, take your vitamins, say your prayers.
Yeah, like, WrestleMania, like, those are the big leagues, like, not just for wrestlers, but fans, too, because you got to have the energy to get through that weekend. But, yeah, like, overall, I don't know, the crowd was starting to lose themselves. They were very on and off. And this match did not really help them at all.
But it was followed by a decent match.
Yes. I would say from a wrestling perspective, definitely the best match of the night.
Yeah. But also,
I wasn't a huge fan of it. It was good. It wasn't great.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, it was an absolutely solid match. But US Championship between Kevin Owens and AJ Styles. So what did you guys think?
Major letdown, but I understand why.
Mm-hmm.
Because you have to protect both guys in this situation. You can't. AJ needs to win. Kevin needs to win. So you have to do a fuck finish at the end of the day. But that one wasn't the one to do.
Yeah.
That killed the place dead.
It should have been a double count out. Both of them dead. Destroy a barricade or something.
Yeah.
Let's give AJ a shitty, oh, my knee, the Seth Rollins thing.
Oh
no. I'm going to work on my knee for a few months. Oh, have them both die outside the ring.
I did like the psychology with the match, though. The one major way I have from it, great, and the legwork was good. I liked it, but it was just too slow, and I felt like I almost felt like I was the problem watching this show. Like, there was a while where I was actually doubting like myself, like. And I'm thinking, like, is the show really this slow, or is there something wrong with me? Like,
am I watching it slow mo?
Yeah, like, and you know a show is bad when you start to think that you're the that's when you know a show is bad, when you start blaming it on yourself, someone that isn't even directly involved with what's going on. Like that's when you know a show is
hits a new level.
Delivering. And I mean, to be fair, I have a partial hangover. So like, in some cases, it could be my fault, but like, a hangover is like, it's not an excuse for like something that's out of my control. Like this, God, I've watched pay-per-views with massive hangovers and still had better reactions. Like, I watched I watched Takeover Toronto with a massive hangover, and I was still like popping off huge for the tag match, for instance. So, you know, I could still theoretically do it here, but I didn't have any like major pop-offs with this show except for the main event, which we'll get to.
Define a pop-off, I guess.
Like just me getting really fucking excited and over emotional, and I didn't even get that, to be honest. The show, like, I didn't get anywhere near that.
I got like, I don't know what to call my reaction to the main event, to be perfectly honest with you.
We'll get there.
Yeah, we will get there.
Well, one exhilarating match away.
I think actually, like, still talking about the US Championship, I think overall my biggest reaction to anything on the show was probably in this match, and that was when Kevin fucking killed the Singh brothers. I think that was easily like my biggest reaction.
Wait, what?
Oh man.
When Kevin killed the Singh brothers?
Oh, when Randy did it. My bad.
That's also the main event. What the fuck are you talking about?
This is how messed up this show has made me. So I don't even realize where I am anymore. Okay, so nothing about this match really wowed me. So it wasn't the main event then. See, look, I'm so messed up. I don't even remember what I'm talking about anymore. Like, legitimately a problem. This show is awful. I hate this show. It's cancer. Stupid and it sucked. Right. Let's talk about Luke Harper and Eric Rowan and how that match just kind of.
It happened. Two large men hit each other. That's it.
It did its job. It was a cool down. Nothing more, nothing less.
But cool down from what?
It was a cool down from an okay match.
It was a cool down from an okay match that took the crowd out of it because of the finish.
Yeah. It was just the wrong place on the card.
What was I thinking of in the fucking Owens match that made me?
I have no idea, dude. Maybe
the ankle lock? Because like I was down.
Maybe.
I was down for that.
Maybe the suplex.
No, because I see too many. I see too much.
Yeah,
I think I must have popped. I was hyped for that.
I almost popped on the Styles Clash when he was about to do it on the apron.
Okay, yeah. Actually, that.
Yeah. That move makes Kevin look real fat.
It did. He looked
pretty
like a
funny.
massive.
Like he's actually getting better shape.
Yeah. I noticed at the beginning of the match, just kind of looking at his face, like I had this weird like mental flashback to like really early Owens for just a split second.
Yeah.
I was seeing like, you know, early to mid 2000s Owens there, and I'm like, oh hell, like that was kind of weird. And then they did that spot, and I'm like, oh, never mind, he's fat as fuck.
I mean, he is the face of America. You can't be going out there losing.
Yeah, you can't be going out there with a Lex Luger body being the face. But yeah, and so the reason I'm not talking about Harper Rowan,
There's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
it was a really bland match.
I'll say one thing. I don't know what the fuck they're going with the whole Rowan gimmick. Because it's like, so the masks give him different things, but he also talks to them. But he also looks to them for power?
So is this WWE trying to pull some like Majora's Mask stuff? Like
I don't know. But given he's losing matches and we're complaining about it, he's probably gonna be WWE champ next month.
Yeah, he's probably gonna have a title in a few. All right, so the main event that
5 stars. 5 stars.
Shut up! Okay, so let's get a couple things out of the way. Rest in peace, the Singh brothers.
Yeah, they're dead. Or at least one of them is dead.
One of them was dead.
Randy killed him, and he knew he killed him.
Yeah, he put the face and everything. He no-sold his shoulder. He was just like, nah.
He's like, oh.
Which one was it that he killed?
Let me look real quick. I think it was the attractive one. If that helps you.
I don't even remember their names. I mean, I had a hard time remembering them before, but now it's impossible because they gave him some random.
They give him different names.
God, poor guy. Poor Singh brother number 2.
Singh brother number 2.
Like that was what I was. My biggest reaction of the night was just seeing him fucking die on the table there.
He died.
You know he was supposed to land on his back too, but he just
no. Randy just flipped him. He just...
because he's so light.
He's a little dude.
Like he's not a tall guy, and he's like something like 140, 150 pounds, and he just like Randy just threw him like he was a rag doll, and he died. Oh man, like I don't know who I feel worse for, that guy or the mop. Like, shit.
Oh god. I can't really tell from this GIF if it's the ugly one or the attractive one.
Well, they're both ugly after that. Like,
you know who's not ugly? The Maharaja himself.
Oh my god.
The greatest champion.
There was this dude in the chat that we were in, and he kept talking about the fucking back knee on Jinder, and I wanted to punch this guy, but at the same time, he's not wrong.
He does have some back knee, but I mean, you know, what you can do.
Yeah, people were like, "Oh, look at that roid."
You get that from HGH and shit too. It's not just roids.
You can get that from just existing.
Also,
like,
I found that's true. I have it.
I know people that have that shit that like aren't like on anything. They just have
I'm a room owner of a pro wrestling room on Pokemon Showdown, and I have it.
Yeah.
For reference.
That
with regards to that as well, I found out today that they actually allow in WWE TRT, testosterone replacement therapy. So that he's probably doing that, and that's really not that bad for you in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, I mean, because Brock's on that shit too, right?
He's probably on all kinds of shit, dude. Are you kidding me? He might be on like actual roids.
I know, because I know Ryback was definitely on that.
Yeah, you know Ryback.
On TRT, yeah.
Yeah, he admitted to it. I'm pretty sure, didn't he?
He tries to lie about it, but he knows he doesn't fool anyone.
Yeah. Let's not talk about Ryback because he talks about himself more than enough.
Yeah.
I'll say though, the beginning of this match was actually Orton had some fucking fire at the beginning of this match. Like he just ran right in and just killed Jinder.
I'll say, generally speaking, this match was better than it had any business being. Don't get me wrong, it wasn't great, but it was a fine little match.
I think it was weird because like if it weren't for that middle segment completely killing the mood of the match, I think it even with that, it was still one of the better matches on the card, which is
That's really, really sad.
yeah.
Ooh.
And well, we can't get around this any longer, but ladies and gentlemen, Jinder Mahal is your WWE champion.
What
$5. 5.
Jinder Mahal is the WWE champion.
I kind of figured it out at some point. Like,
Let the record be let it be known that on Wednesday I called it and you guys
did.
laughed at me.
To be fair, you said by DQ. You did not think he was walking out there with a belt.
No. I was like, either he's gonna win or he's gonna win by DQ.
You did not say he was going to win.
that,
I will go review the
Anybody can
footage.
say that.
I'm gonna go look for it right now. Where's our predictions?
It's on the fucking podcast.
I'm gonna go look for it.
Good luck with that. I'll point out, I kind of saw this car crash in slow motion when Randy started beating up the Bollywood boys. Because I went, oh no, he's gonna be distracted. And then he went in the ring with them. I was like, oh no, his back's turned. And then he hit the move.
And it's 1, 2, no!
I mean, I wasn't. I thought he was gonna kick out too. Yeah, I wasn't really upset about it. It's not good. I'm not upset. It's just like, what the fuck?
It's so weird.
This is the darkest timeline.
It is a dark timeline.
It's a beautiful day. It's a beautiful day in India. It's just
beautiful day in Canada, India.
Because it's fucked because like I joked about this. I said weeks ago, I'm like, imagine if I said, oh man, Jinder, oh he's gonna win the title. I don't think I predicted this, but I was talking about like, oh how f- it be. But looking at it now, it's not that funny.
You're not wrong.
Like the only funny part about it is that the company.
so.
I kind of, in a stupid way, I like it.
It's
But
new. It's something different.
In every sensible way, it's awful. But I will sit back and I'll watch the show and I'll be confused. Oh my
Right.
God.
It happened.
So
We have a new champion. 5-star match.
overall, what did everybody think?
This show sucked.
The
Yeah,
regular.
this show was ass. This is
These are 3 hours.
easily my least favorite show in a long time.
This was worse than Fastlane.
Yeah.
Easily.
There's really not much else I can say about it. It just it was not a good show.
For the sake of expanding a bit,
We got
to
1 5-star match, and that was that.
to knock out the question from the mailbag while we're at it too, somebody asked, I can't really figure out who asked as easily anymore, so I'll work on that. Actually, I'll do that right now, so because I actually have the ability. I'm just stupid. Let's see here.
We will get to a better topic very soon though.
I found it.
Yeah.
Vancouver Victinis asks, your reaction to Jinder winning, and how long do you think he will hold it? Well, you know a reaction already. How long do you think he'll hold it?
Till SummerSlam.
Really?
I give him till SummerSlam.
Yeah. I'll give him the SummerSlam. I think he'll hold the title for a solid 3 months or so.
I guess that would make sense for what I think is gonna happen, but I don't know.
I
I also
don't know.
don't think Jinder Mahal would win the fucking belt, so I don't know what's gonna happen, obviously.
I feel like now that he's got it, like he's got to do something. Unless
Unless they're giving him the Christian reign.
They could. It's Randy Orton again. I mean, they could do it.
yeah. But Randy likes Jinder from what I've
That's
gathered, so I don't think Randy would do him like
to
that.
do the favors to a guy like this, you gotta like him pretty well.
Yeah.
That's definitely true. You don't just do this to any old person.
Exactly.
Oh man, this show honestly,
It was
killed me.
horrid. It had no heat. It was rough.
Like, how do you fuck with the Chicago crowd? Like, that's me.
Maybe CM Punk was supposed to return and attack Jinder or something. I don't know.
Maybe.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah.
Okay, so that was Backlash. Now we're going to get to a Takeover Chicago. Let me just bring up my my glorious snowflakes here. So, the first match. Oh, actually, you know what? No. Before we talk about Takeover, I want to talk about the from a couple days ago.
Oh, the UK special?
Yeah. I want to get to that first because it does lead into it does lead into Takeover.
Yeah.
So, did you guys watch this?
I haven't had a chance to yet.
No.
I've been meaning to.
Well, I'll
cool.
go over it quickly then, because it was a 4-match card. So I had Wolfgang versus Joseph Connors, TJP and Brian Kendrick against Dan Maloney and Rich Swann. Then Pete Dunne and Trent Seven in a #1 contenders match for the UK title, and then Tyler Bate versus Mark Andrews for the title itself. So I'll just quickly run down my opinions. So Wolfgang, Joseph Connors, it wasn't really that great of an opener. It was okay. Like, they didn't strictly do anything wrong, but I feel like it was just a bit sluggish, and it seemed like they didn't really do too much. So there's really not much to say about that. And I won't give any results or anything here, just in case. You guys want to go back and watch
I already know the result myself. I don't know about Bhris.
That's fine.
Yeah.
But yeah, Wolfgang is Wolfgang.
Yeah.
He did his thing to win. And then TJP. This match was actually was actually good. I think it was kind of like a standard cruiserweight tag match in a sense. There were some cool spots and whatnot. There was actually a really funny spot in the match where Kendrick or TJP has a hold of Kendrick's arm because he doesn't realize it's him. He thinks it's Dan Maloney's arm. So he starts wrenching it over his shoulder repeatedly, and Kendrick is there like screaming, like trying to get TJP's attention to stop.
Oh, God.
And he just keeps going with it. And like TJ's got this like cocky face on the whole time, like, yeah. He's like, I got Maloney's arm, like, yeah. And then Maloney and Swann kind of come around the corner, and they're like, hey, buddy, how you doing? And TJ looks down, and he's like, look, what? Looks at his arm, turns around, sees Kendrick. He's like, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. And that was kind of funny. But
I mean,
it was a decent match.
Who the fuck is Dan Maloney?
He's a guy, man. He has seen some things that people shouldn't see, man. He's a very mysterious man.
Daniel Charles Snooshos Maloney is a former ice hockey left winger in the NHL.
No, that's not who it is.
There's a different guy.
Okay.
This guy is not a hockey player. He's just a Brit rest dude.
Oh, I spelled Maloney wrong.
Yeah, it's Maloney.
No, it's actually M. Oh, it's that guy.
Yeah, that guy. The guy with the weird haircut who's seen something.
He looks like Josh Peck from a darker timeline.
Kind of does, huh? Yeah, he's not really much of a standout guy. They try to give him the creepy backstory to make him seem like he's super important and stuff, but he's just another UK guy. He's not really what you go to see them. Also, he's the only UK guy in this match, which is kind of, I thought they were gonna. When I saw TJP come out, I'm like, okay, they'll with a Brit against another cruiserweight and a Brit. That's kind of cool. But then Kendrick came out, and I'm like, oh, I guess they're buddies now since they're heels. That's kind of weird, but I dig it. I was happy. I thought they were a cool tag team. And then Maloney and Swann did Swann in particular did a bunch of really cool stuff. So it was whatever. Decent match. So the next one, Pete Dunne versus Trent Seven, #1 contendership for the UK title. This match was awesome. This was, and the best part is that it wasn't even match in the night, which made it even better. So there was a fuck ton of psychology in this match, and it wasn't just boring limb work either. It was done really just kicking Trent's shit in for a while, because what happened earlier on is that I guess Trent like injured his arm or something a bit, and Dunne aggravated the injury. So they ended up building a story around his arm, and building around the idea of, well, Trent's got to be really desperate here because his right arm is what he uses for his finisher, which is his lariat.
Yeah.
So, they're kind of building around that, but also still doing some really good wrestling. And there's part in the match where he does hit his lariat, but because it's his injured arm and, it's hurt, obviously, he suffered for it and it all match.
Okay.
So it was still a really solid match.
I hate to be that guy, but this Trent Seven just has the shittiest physique.
He does not have a great body. No.
It's pretty bad.
He does not have the most impressive scene, not by a long shot.
It's like he's got the hair going on, and then he's also got like the dad physique. It's not working. He needs to say his prayers and take his vitamins a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
Take the Jinder Mahal course, and that will work for you, buddy.
It'll work wonders for him.
All right. So for the main event of the UK special, it was Tyler Bate versus Mark Andrews for the UK Championship. This match was amazing. I would think it's a step down from the UK match on Takeover, but this match was really, really good. Bate and Andrews have like crazy chemistry, and they're just everything. Okay, Bate is really fucking good. Like,
So
I know you
fucking
guys know
Andrews.
this, but like,
Fucking
He
20
is.
years old makes me feel insignificant.
Bate is crazy good, not just for his age, because for his age he's actually like a monster, like of a wrestler.
Yeah.
But like in general, he's just so good because everything he does, he just does it really, really well. Like his mat work is like ridiculous. His like babyface fire is just really, really good and something you can get behind. And like everything he does is so good, and he's only like it's ridiculous.
Hey, Bhris, you want to feel real old, dude?
Mm.
You know why his finisher's called the Tyler Driver 97?
Because he was born in 97.
Because he was born in
Yeah.
1997.
Because he was born in motherfucking 1997. Like I'm 4.5. I'm like 4.5 years older. Like, oh my god.
3 years older than this kid. And he's
God.
achieved this much. It's incredible. The
Straight
sky's the
for
limit for that
old
kid.
fucks.
Like, the only bad thing about Tyler Bate is that he makes fans feel bad about themselves for accomplishing not being so much older than him.
Accurate.
But yeah, this match was great. Overall, my recommendation, like overall, I do recommend you guys watch. If you're pressed for time, just watch the two important matches because the first two, they don't really matter. You can skip them. You're not missing anything. But definitely watch Dunn versus Seven and Absolute because they were both fantastic matches.
If there's a Mandrews match, I'll always watch. That dude is insanely good.
Yeah. Like just like if you want a quick rundown of my snowflakes, like I 2.25. I gave the tag match 2 3/4. I gave Dunn 7 4 stars, and I gave Bate Andrews 4.5. So.
Oh wow.
Yeah, I really, really enjoyed. I enjoyed the show overall. Like I had a good time watching. All right.
Did they announce a schedule for it or anything, or is it just the one-off at the moment?
They still haven't announced anything concerning the weekly.
Okay.
Like they, I think I don't even remember if they hinted at it, but
Really?
I don't know. Also, one complaint that I had about the show was JR seemed kind of off.
Really?
I don't like. Yeah, like I know everyone like praises his commentary, but like he just seems like I don't know. Like he's old, I guess. He doesn't have like the same spunk to his commentary that he always has.
He also wasn't there live.
Yeah.
What?
They did their commentary post.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Post commentary.
Yeah,
So
I know.
that always gets fucked up.
But even still, like that's something I'm gonna get into in Takeover. But it just seemed like I don't know. It almost seemed like like I still love JR, but I didn't feel any sort of emotion from him.
Yeah.
Although
I can see that.
there's actually one thing that so there was a massive chant during that match. TJ is a wanker.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that was massive to the point where they acknowledged it. which, of course.
Didn't JR ask, like, what's a wanker or something?
Yeah, he's like, what's this wanker thing? And like, offensive. And then JR's like, to the point where he's like, would we lose our jobs if we were to talk about it? And Nigel's like, yeah.
Oh,
And JR's like, all right, say no more. I'm just like, come on.
I just got this job back. I don't want to lose it again.
I'm sorry, finding
Yeah.
a reason to fire me.
Yeah, fun show overall. I definitely recommend just watch it if you have the time. It's only like it's an hour and 40 minutes. It's an easy watch. Yeah, but let's move on to the best fucking takeover I've ever seen in my life. I'm saying it right now. This was my favorite takeover.
Nah, I wouldn't say that.
Yep, Chicago. It's my favorite takeover. I loved it from top to bottom. I thought it was great.
Fair enough.
I like the not to say that it blows Dallas out of the water, but I think to me it was just ever so slightly better. Just a little bit better. But yeah, let's get right into it. First match, Eric Young versus Roderick Strong. So what you guys think about this match?
It was good.
Yeah.
It was a good starting match.
Yeah, I got the crowd hot. Roddy was really over. I don't like the idea that he can just like one on three sanity though. That's kind of weird to me.
Yeah.
I think it's a bit suspicious. Like I originally called Eric Young winning this match, but the second that Strong came out, this match, but it was smart though. It wasn't like it wasn't just the idea of like him 3v1 like he's some super. He did it in a really, really smart way. He kind of took them out one by one, like sneaking up on them, which I'm actually okay with because it wasn't like a cowardly thing. It was just smart because when you're in that sort of situation, like a 1v, you can't just run in head first against three dudes. That's really, really dumb. So he did the smart thing. He snuck up on them and he took them out.
Yeah, they made Roddy look like $1 million in this match. There's no denying that.
Oh yeah, he looked fantastic.
He has to be getting the push to fight Rude soon or something.
Yep.
Yeah, he looked great in this match. If the goal was to get,
that match when it happens.
If the goal was to get Roddy over, they succeeded.
Mm-hmm. But I really enjoyed the match. Like the fact that this match was probably it wasn't my least favorite, the women's match.
Yeah.
But the fact that this was, the second worst match on the card kind of says something about how awesome this show was, though.
True. One point out, it would have been the best match on the card on Backlash.
Absolutely.
Yeah, this match would have easily been on the Backlash card.
Hell, even the women's match would be the best match on the Backlash card.
Probably, yeah. I would agree to that.
Yeah, fair enough.
All right, so for the next match, we've got the UK Championship.
This match,
versus Pete Dunne.
5 fucking stars.
This match was absolutely phenomenal.
Insanely good.
Hit.
Without much of the flippy shit, might I add.
Yeah, it was just two young dudes just going at it.
Did you say without much of the flippy shit? This man hit a fucking spiral tap.
Yeah,
much, not Omega Okada flippy shit.
Okay, fair enough.
There was flippy shit, but it was all in the right places. Like, nothing that they did overstayed its welcome. Like,
True.
They did everything properly. Like, they didn't, they didn't make anything feel like, oh, they're doing this again. Like, every time they did something to me, I'm like, yeah, this was like the perfect time to do this. Like, every spot that they did, every little thing that they did was just on point, and
True.
none of it felt unnecessary.
I still like the Meltzer reaction where he just tweeted out, "Okay, time to shut down the show. You can't beat that."
Yeah,
it's as good as getting.
Really, nothing did beat it. Like
you can't.
From a wrestling standpoint, nothing this weekend has beaten that.
Nothing. I would go as far as say this is one of the best matches of the year.
I know there's a bit of recency bias with this, but like so far, it's honestly my WWE match of the year.
Yeah, we're already in the midway point of the year.
I'd
Yeah.
cautiously say yes to that. Not assuming I'm forgetting something though.
I think it's better than Kenny and Okada.
Yeah, well,
I don't. That's still my match of the year.
Yeah,
I
you're
watch those
one,
matches
though.
very differently. I watched Omega Okada like I watched Sami Zayn versus Nakamura.
Oh, Nakamura.
That's the reason I like that match so much, because I can watch it and I don't have to have this overarching story, and I don't have to have all this psychology and stuff for it, because I can watch it a certain way that makes it make sense.
True.
The pacing of this match though was ridiculous.
Everything was just it was great.
Like
Yeah,
it started slow with the holds. We get it. Ease the crowd into it, and then they went off.
Yep.
Fantastic. So good. I'm so glad. I'm honestly so glad that these two in front of that crowd.
Yeah.
Like that was
last match. I said if the goal was to get a guy over, you did it. In this case, if your goal was to get an entire country over, you succeeded.
Yeah. We got UK chants in Chicago.
Yeah.
When do we ever get UK chants?
Americans hate other countries.
Yeah.
Yeah. Like we just they got
Not even
Americans cheering for the UK.
I'm not even saying like a racist thing. I'm just saying like we're really nationalistic, so we're cheering for another country. Feel honored.
So cool. I'm so happy that this match succeeded in everything.
Yeah.
And now we have a new UK champion, Pete Dunne, which is awesome.
And you know he's gonna get pushed to the moon.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because now he's the UK champ and he's Progress champ. Like, God,
I wonder how it's gonna work with them. Like, I know they're being pretty lenient with the UK guys' deals. I don't know.
Yeah, they're letting them do stuff.
Yeah.
He'll probably. I feel like he might end up dropping the Progress title.
Yeah.
Sometime soon. But
He's had it for a while anyway, so it might just make logical sense. Drop it to Haskins or something.
Yeah.
Or Jimmy Havoc.
Jimmy. Yeah, why not put the title back on?
I think if they would have done Jimmy Havoc, they would have done it already though, because I had the fans bring the weapons death match and shit.
I love matches like that. The idea of fans bringing weapons.
Yeah.
That's got to be one of the best stipulations in wrestling.
It is pretty good.
Fans bringing weapons.
The only thing they do is somebody just brought a gun.
I would be that guy. I'd be conflicted though. I wouldn't know whether to bring something absolutely brutal. Like,
bring like the
part of me would like bring a pillow.
Bring the toy chainsaw that Kenny might have used.
No, I'll bring like a body pillow.
Oh God.
I'll bring like a body pillow, and then I'll also bring like, I know what I would bring. I'd bring one of those mosquito rackets.
Like the electric shocker one things.
Yeah, that's what I'd bring. I'd bring one of those. Those are awesome. They fucking hurt.
Yeah,
My thing now is, how is Pete Dunne gonna carry both titles with this?
Get a bigger jaw.
He's gonna have a mouth. He's gonna have a mouthful. That's for sure.
Well deserved.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Honestly, like
he's also 24.
23.
23?
Yeah.
Better.
He's a modern day William Regal.
I think of Finley more when I see him.
No.
Yeah.
I think Bate is more Finley.
I can see that too.
I get vibes of Finley and Regal when I
Maybe
watch
Dave Taylor kind of too.
Because Dunn has the technical aspect. He'll bother the joints a lot.
Mm-hmm.
And Pete is just, not Pete. Bate is just really, really physical.
Yes,
that
he
fucking
is.
Airplane spin though. Hitting warp speed.
Helicopter is not an. When do airplanes spin?
Listen.
The fucking helicopter, man. Like.
I didn't name it.
I know. That's what pisses me off. Like, when do airplanes spin? Has anybody ever seen like an airplane spin like that?
Probably only once before it crashes.
Yeah. Like that's. Oh man. That was great though. That was a great match.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
it was great.
So I guess we got to
Really
stop marking out over that.
Yeah.
And I guess we have to eventually. So the NXT Women's Championship, a triple threat match between Ruby Riott, Nikki Cross, champion Asuka. Asuka retained by pinning both Ruby Riott and Nikki Cross.
This
What'd you guys
sucked,
think?
kinda.
The match wasn't bad. The ending was bad.
Yeah.
I wasn't a fan of the ending. But overall, I really, really enjoyed this. Not to the degree of anything else on the card. It was kind of close to Young versus Strong for me, but I was not a fan of Riot's botches. That kind of took away from it.
Yeah.
And the finish was also kind of shitty. It just, I don't know, it felt too demeaning. I felt like Asuka should have won in a less definitive manner.
Yeah. I find it weird that, like, why are they going all in on fucking Ruby Riott?
I honestly don't know.
She is a good wrestler. I just don't know what's happening with her right now.
It's not a dig to her. I'm just saying it's strange that they've just gone all in on this girl who doesn't really have. She doesn't have a great character or anything, and to be kind of blunt about it, her look isn't there.
No, she has a much different look.
I mean, different can work sometimes. Don't get me wrong, but I don't know if that'll work for her.
We'll see what happens. I think she needs to do some more single stuff because she's been doing a lot of multi-woman action, and that's not really her strong suit. She is really good in a 1v1 sort of position.
Yeah.
Honestly, I think it'd be really cool if she feuded with Kimberly.
Kimberly, yeah, that would be.
Because like they've had, because like they're both signed. They've had a great feud on the Indies. They've had like a ton of great matches together, and I'd like to see what they could do.
That would be good.
It
Maybe
would be.
the tournament would lead into that or something.
One thing though, I do kind of sort of understand the booking behind this match, like with the I don't like it. I don't like the fact that she did like a double pin, but I kind of get it just because of the fact that it's not Ember Moon. Like she can get away with that sort of thing.
But why Ember Moon? I still have the same complaints over this girl that I had 6 months ago.
She's good in the ring, but her character is not there.
She can't decide if it's a character or not, is the problem.
Yeah, she needs to be more consistent with her.
You can't tell me you're a werewolf woman and then come out and do heat spots.
Mm-hmm. She just needs to maul people to death.
Yes, it takes me out of it when the babyface werewolf starts doing the clap, 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 speed up spot.
Yeah, I don't know what they're trying to do with her. And then they have her in so many like positions, very like normal looking. It's like, no, stop doing that. Like, don't like stop having her on these panels. Like, don't have her on up down down just yet. Like,
I mean, I think that's fine if it's not on the actual TV. Well, actually, you're right, because they had it on the Backlash pay-per-view.
Yeah, exactly. They did. They had her and
bad.
Brendan on the fucking show.
The Great Black Otaku.
Shout out to the Great Black Otaku. Oh, man. The Shogun of NXT.
The Shogun of... Is that his gimmick? That's incredible.
I think it is. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he has like Shogunate face paint and stuff.
That's awesome.
Like and his, I don't know if this is still his finisher, but his finisher was the Nico. God, I hope to God that they changed that. I think it might be like the Shogun knee or something now. I'd have to look.
That makes sense.
But that was his thing. But yeah, going back to Ember Moon, they really, really need to flesh out her character.
Yeah, her character is just not there. But I mean, the match itself, it was fine. The finish sucked. That's about it, really.
Yeah.
Next up, I found it weird that the NXT title match was kind of not the main event, but I get it at the same time.
Mhm.
Given what happened.
Yeah.
It makes sense when you see what happened in the
Yeah.
when you see what happened in the main event. It makes a lot of sense.
I guess I get it. I just still kind of always find it weird when a world title is a main event. Like even Jinder got the main event.
Yeah, he did.
He won the world title in the main event of a pay-per-view.
Yeah, we're still on that, man.
Dude, it's never gonna set in. All right, the match.
What did you guys think of Road to Tommy? Because I loved it. I thought it was a great match.
I thought it was weird, personally. I saw a lot of people praising it. I just there was something about the match. I don't know if it was just the way it was laid out, the way it was presented. I don't know. I found it weird. I found it hard to get into.
Why is that?
Maybe I just don't find Hideo believable. Is my issue.
That's a fair that is fair. Because we haven't really been given a reason for him to be like believable, because he's had 2 injuries. He's always just been this kind of like loser.
Well, kind of, yeah, I guess. Not as a dig to him. It's just kind of how it's the hand he's been dealt at the moment.
Yeah, he's not really been booked to be seen as like a big time player. So to put him in this position, I can kind of sort of understand, because it's sort of like, oh, it's finally his time. But like nobody thought he was real win.
Yeah, everybody counted him out pretty much, and that kind of takes away from matches at a certain point when your result is so obvious.
Yeah, and that's a major issue. Had for a very long time.
Well, we say that though, but like I was more into the main event of this show than I was just about anything.
No, the main event was dope, yeah,
but in the finish was super predictable. Nobody was gonna think DIY would win.
No, because they were gonna do something with him. No one was sure what. People were
exactly.
Nah, yeah, got some time before that happens.
Apparently.
Overall, I enjoyed it. I thought it was pretty good. I thought it was both of their best match. I thought it was the best Rude match I've seen in NXT. And it was definitely the best Tommy. Can't think of an Tommy match that comes close.
Fair.
Like realistically, can you honestly think of an Tommy match really meets that?
I mean, I was like, off the top of my head, I can't think of an Tommy match.
Yeah, at all. Besides the one with Roddy for the #1 contender.
On that note, I will say that this portion of the Tommy's run has been his, which is very strange considering his injuries.
This part of his run has been what?
This part of his run, like of his NXT run, like this is his best. Like he is, I would say he is at his best right now.
Yeah,
he had a solid match with Roddy. This match was great as well. And then his English is also improved. Not colossally, but like it's gotten better.
He has better English than Nakamura, but that may also be part of. He also doesn't do his promos with a mouthpiece in. That helps his case a little bit.
A little bit, maybe.
Yeah, he's got that though.
I really wish they had posted an uncensored version of the post-match clip.
With
did you see that, Bhris?
Which one?
The clip of Tommy just going on a rampage after the match.
Oh, when he was cursing out, "Oh no!"
Oh,
yeah. God.
You know what he was thinking
not
while
expecting that.
You know what he was thinking when he got cussed out in Japanese?
I don't know what he was saying. He was talking some shit.
Screw you.
Took it.
God, that was fun though. I was kind of hoping it was leading to big, like he would just go ape shit on somebody in the room, but he just
murder Ono, even though he's like 300 pounds heavier than you.
Yeah, there's no way he's murdering Ono.
If he hit a GTS on Ono, I would pop. That'd be it right there.
Yeah, that'd be quite the pop.
That looks like our next feud, though.
Maybe it could be.
I'd say at least be a match. I don't know about a feud.
Yeah, I'd be down for an Atomic.
But that would make it Drew Rude.
Or Tommy Andrew or Aleister Blackroot.
I don't want Drew versus Rude because I feel like Drew is more than likely going to win, and I don't really want to see that happen this soon.
Really?
Well, you need a card for SummerSlam.
Yeah,
think-
we need a. Then have Black fight him then, and have Black get like cheated or something. I don't know.
Yeah,
I don't-
If Black,
I know it's kind of weird to say that considering, like, God, it's in such a weird position right now.
I feel like
They
if
have-
Black ever gets a title match, he should win.
He has to.
He has to.
Yeah,
But I also
but I
don't
feel
think
like
he
the
should
same
ever
can
have
be
that
said for
title match.
Drew.
I think Drew can get away with losing though. Much easier.
I think
Because Black has this mystique to him.
Yeah.
You can't just cheat him out of a title.
As soon as he loses too much, he's gonna be in a weird position. He'll be the Bray Wyatt
Mhm.
position where he's the loser who'll stay over, but it'll make him kind of look weird.
Yeah, and he doesn't really feel like someone who should ever be losing.
Yeah.
I know one thing. I still really want him to fight Roman Reigns. I think that'd be an awesome
That'd be
fucking
cool.
match.
There are a lot of matches that, like, oh man, like I mentioned this, like, but I really think they could pull off a storyline with Ono and Reigns.
Ono and Reigns would be good.
Ono and Reigns would be so good. And they could even like get into a bit of like realism with how Ono would be like, I was supposed to be in the Shield or something.
Yeah.
Like you stole my spot or some crap like that. I don't know.
My spot.
Like you just had to be, even though Ono is supposed to be like, you know, friendly as fuck.
He's like the
Yeah.
nicest guy ever, yo.
You can't put Ono as a heel.
He's a bit of an asshole. Let's like he's a nice dude, but like he has these random asshole tendencies as well. So
I still remember one PWG show where he'd just gotten out of WWE and he came back. He did like a fucking over the top stomp or something on Roddy. And he does this whole thing. He's like, you see that? Is this WWE? No, this is PWG. And Excalibur on the mic's like, what? That's something that would absolutely happen in WWE. What are you fucking talking about?
Yeah. Oh man, NXT's in such a good spot right now.
It's in a good spot, but it's in a weird spot.
It's in a weird spot. I'll get into that a bit more after the main event though.
Okay.
Also, tag team match, main event, awesome.
This match was awesome, yeah.
Yeah.
This match is really good. The story that was told throughout this match is absolutely fantastic.
Oh, yeah.
Like the biggest part of the match, honestly, was the story. Like good wrestling overall, but like the storytelling was phenomenal.
Well, Authors of Pain, they are. I'm not gonna lie to you and say the Authors of Pain are some great tag team, but well, I mean, they kind of are in their own way.
They're improving.
They're definitely improving, and
they just got there.
That's true, and they're very, very good at They're very good at destroying people.
They are. They're
So
they're
they can
improving.
tell the story really well.
Also, like a cute little thing that I noticed was like one of the guys, like he almost looked like he was afraid of heights,
Yeah.
sort of thing. So like he was kind of like struggling, and that was weird because like it was weird, but I kind of liked it because super powerful dudes, but they're still people.
I don't
So
think
it's
it was.
like
I kind of
He was
justified it
thinking of
as
height. I think that they were
he's just too big.
and they
Yeah.
need the.
yeah. I don't know. It was still kind of cool though. It was like they've already shown that you know they're not invincible, but at the same time, like they're still gonna fucking slaughter you anyway.
Which one of them took the fucking suplex through the ladder like an insane person?
Um,
I don't remember.
I don't even know their names.
Akam and Razar.
Razar was the one I think.
Okay.
Was it
Because
Razar?
Jesus fucking Christ, I know it was a gimmicked ladder, but regardless, that thing exploded.
Yeah, it did. I saw the wood chippings everywhere.
Yeah. I've never seen something break so cleanly in this company.
It just like disappeared almost. Just like,
It really did.
oh man.
And
But
then
what a match though.
the dives off the giant ladder spot was cool. The
Yeah. Although
gar-
one of them not breaking was a bit concerning to me.
Yeah, I think
Well-
Johnny didn't hit it all the way.
yeah, he kind of missed it. Like, it looked like Johnny ate shit. I was like, oh shit, he might be hurt, but he was fine. And then they showed
Yeah.
Tommaso's angle, where he dumped right on his head.
Yeah.
That
was
dude took a bump.
Mm-hmm.
He was fine
And
though.
how about that sacrificial spot where Johnny
That's-
pushed Chomp out of the way and just totally ate shit from a ladder? Oh my
That
god.
was a
beautiful.
headshot if I've ever seen one. That's a
That was
fine.
beautiful. I loved that though. That
Akam
was
and Razor, fine. Paul Ellering
Yeah.
for association, fine.
oh my god. And Ellering, he
That's
took a
he ate.
He did
He
eat
just,
that
like,
super.
his body, like, he took the hit and his body just kind of froze up for like a split second and then he just fell over. I'm like, oh, is he dead now? Like,
I mean, props for trying the bump at like 90 years old. That's not a young man. Let me see how old this
yeah,
dude is
he's
right
like
now. To be
127
bumping
years old.
around.
Props to
God,
him.
127.
That
He's
ladder
six-
spot that Johnny took too.
Which one?
Which one was
when
that?
he saved Ciampa.
Yeah, that was the one I just mentioned where
Yeah, the
like
sacrificial
he
one.
totally he just took it to like the head or neck or whatever. That was brutal.
That was like right at the fucking face, dude. It was rough.
yeah.
That was loyalty to the max.
I was totally concerned for him.
Ellering 63 and took that bump.
Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
And that's just like
Yeah,
Bob
good for-
Backlund. He bumped around like mad for fucking Titus O'Neil of all people.
He did.
Yeah, but Backlund's crazy. We wouldn't expect that from
That's true.
Ellering.
He is fucking insane, and he's in probably better shape than like most guys on the roster right now.
Yeah, and he's in his what, like 70s or something like that?
Backlund, I think he's 60s as well. Let me double check that.
Backlund is 67.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's a crazy motherfucker though. So I wouldn't doubt that he would do things like that.
Still not
Oh,
president
man.
though.
Still, this match was great, and then
Yeah.
we get the finish. Akam Razar, they take their title, and then they did the Zayn Owens finish. They had them walking away as the
Yeah.
little title card in the corner came up. We're like, all right, this is it. And then oh no, Ciampa attacking Gargano.
Ciampa
oh.
murdered him.
Yeah, more than he was already murdered.
Slapped him around a little bit, and then like, oh my god, Gargano's face and it's just his expressions like during that whole thing. He was just like it looked like genuine confusion. Like what? Like why?
The thing is, Gargano
And
looks like
he's-
such a sweet little baby boy that it kind of helps him in this case.
Yeah, it really does.
He was
And
just
then he gave.
time.
Then he pulled him up on the announce table, and then he gave him the air raid crash into the tables below. Like when he was going for that air raid crash, I'm like, wait, what are they landing into? And then it just turned the tables. I'm like, okay.
Yeah, when he started setting up for that, I was like, "You gonna take the monitors off first, there, Ciampa? You're gonna kill the poor guy." And then he just jumped off the stage. I was like, "Oh, all right."
Oh, there's some tables down there. That's cool. And then that really cool scene where he just sat there, just looking over. Oh, that was so well done. Like,
Yeah.
it was like slightly predictable because I felt like they totally alluded to the Zayn Owens spot, but like,
Kinda, yeah.
oh my god, they did that really, really well. That whole scene.
I like how they showed before the match. Actually, they showed Zayn and Owens at different times.
Yeah, that was cute too. I like that.
I also found it cute that they used a song called Judas
Yeah.
as the
Yeah.
main song,
Mm-hmm.
and then
We should have seen it coming.
And it's Jericho's song too.
yeah,
Yeah, exactly. Like that couldn't have worked out any better.
The tangled web we weave. I wonder where they're going with this though.
they have a little feud. Maybe they both turn heel. those.
Why have a feud on? I feel like this is the feud that could have been on the main roster for them. I feel like it's strange to have this down here.
I'm down for it. I mean, we've had some pretty huge feuds on NXT.
I mean, I'm not
more than
saying
okay with this.
it's a good thing that they're having the feud, I guess, but like to put it in a bit of exaggerated terms, I could see Gargano as the next Daniel Bryan. He's like that level of babyface.
Yeah.
So
people love him. He's a permanent babyface. Like I've seen him do heel, and his heel work is still decent, but like his babyface work is really where he shines.
Yeah, I can't. If it were me, I would have saved it myself, but it can work either way.
They could have a banger at Brooklyn.
Absolutely. That's the same thing that could have been the match that gets Gargano like super over.
Mm-hmm. I mean, they're both gonna get super over.
Oh, of course.
Like they already are as a tag team, but like this dude is gonna.
Ciampa right
now
gonna
do great things.
Is the most hated man on NXT.
That's true.
Yeah, he is. Like you. Oh my God, the fuck you, Ciampa! Like Chance, they were crazy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You don't
like that wasn't.
Anymore.
That wasn't even like a thing where like, oh, we might be able to hear that. Very, very audible.
Yep. I want to point out real quick with the crowd as well, just in general, the lack of CM Punk chants was shocking.
On Takeover, yeah. But
no, even at Backlash.
Oh no, I heard.
It's because
I heard it, but
yeah, but I think what's happening is that people are finally starting to realize that shit's just uncalled, like it's not necessary, and like we all know this, like we know that these chants are not appropriate, but a lot of those live crowds, they just kind of don't get it, and when you're all fired up, you have that energy going, people say things that you would normally not say. Like right. I've been to a bunch of wrestling shows and we will start chants that are totally inappropriate, but we do it because we're fired up and we just don't care. We're having a good time and we want to show, we want to express that. Like at some of the shows I've been to, like we were doing like Hitler chants at shows, like God. Like some heel like snapped at us or something, like, and then we just started saying like, "We are Hitler," like we've done that shit. Like
I want no parts of that wrestling show.
Oh, that's like when we were doing that. Bad for that. And this is a show that like was. This was a show that was on TV as well. We were bad people, but like that's my point though. Like crowds get energetic, and they want to express it in the craziest way possible. Sometimes, you know, they can be bored but still be full of energy and be like, "Come on, like, oh, CM Punk, CM," like just out of frustration. But the crowds, they weren't doing that because, like I said, more and more people are starting to find that inappropriate.
Yeah.
It's like, hey, let's not derail this. Like we're having a good time. Let's not make this shitty.
Like hell, they went through a Jinder Mahal world title match for that dude.
So the one time that a CM Punk chant happened on the show, the rest of the crowd shit on them for it.
Yeah, pretty much.
Which
anytime it happened, really it got booed out of the building.
Yeah, even on Backlash, like there was like a very light CM. Like that's not happening on this show. So overall, what did you guys think of Takeover?
Takeover was great.
I put it on par with Dallas.
No. Yeah, I'd agree with on par. I wouldn't say above. I'd say on par.
I personally liked it more than Dallas, but just like a tiny bit more. Yeah, just ever so slight. Like they're both like, and then that's not a knock on Dallas either because they're both absolutely amazing shows.
Yeah.
Oh man, you know, maybe in 6 months I'll look back and be like, yeah, Dallas is probably fucking enjoyed.
You saw that spicy hot recency bias right now, but I think that Dunn bait match will be the match that people look back on for the UK stuff for a long, long, long time.
Yeah, I almost hate the fact that the match was that.
Why? Because
it's gonna set like a crazy high bar for them. because people are going to want to expect really, really good matches like that.
Have you
And
seen
it's the
Dunn,
same
Bate,
thing.
and managers have any match ever? They can do that, or they can handle it.
Yeah. I know, but this is WWE we're talking about.
I mean, WWE let them wrestle their style
Yeah.
for majority of the part, at least. When the
Yeah,
fuck do you see a spinal tap nowadays?
Yeah, this motherfucker hit a
That's
spiral
true.
tap.
I know, but like
AJ's probably mad he can't do it
I'm
that well.
allowed to have this concern.
I see the
I'm
concern.
allowed to have this sort of concern because like I look back at the cruiserweights, I look back at Nakamura, I look back at a lot. The cruiserweights, for instance, like they were on top. When like no one will think differently.
Here's the difference about the cruiserweights, though. That the cruiserweights is a matter of they're basically trying to trick you into thinking it's different. With the UK division, they're actually presenting it differently. They're taking it to it's in the UK. It's in front of crowds that are always hot for it because it's UK crowds. You got JR on commentary to make it different. You got Nigel on commentary to make it different. The only thing different about the cruiserweights is the ropes.
Yeah.
That's true.
You're oversaturating the cruiserweights. You gave them their own show. They're also on Raw.
Yeah, that's also
Doing
kind of
way too much with them. At least with the UK division, you're not going to see much of them unless it's on the network or unless it's on a takeover special.
Until they get their weekly show at least.
Even then, though, it'll still be in front of that hot crowd, and it'll probably be a fairly infrequent taping schedule.
That's true, yeah. Which will
give them the NXT schedule. You tape 4 shows in a row.
Yeah.
Get right back in it.
Yeah, I'm okay with that kind of format. I wasn't expecting like some sort of weekly live, but which would be cool. But I understand why they wouldn't do that.
It's kind of hard to do a live show from Britain too because of the way the timing would work out for everything.
That's true. Yeah,
because
like really
regardless of it,
them.
Regardless for it being for Britain, I would say a good chunk of the viewership for that is American.
Oh yeah, I mean,
especially now that they've had that match.
Oh yeah, they're gonna get a lot of attention. Well, I'm still going to have I'm still gonna have crazy high expectations for the division. I do think they'll deliver overall, but I'm still like worried just because it's WWE. Like I'll always be worried.
I see the concern.
Yeah, but
think about the talent pool they're working with though. Like they got the guys they have now, and with the way that you're doing their contracts right now, if they're not signing guys like WWE tends to do, and they're giving them more open deals, they can get Jimmy Havoc in there. They can get fucking Mark Haskins. Have ZSJ come in for a cup of coffee. The sky is the limit with this if they just keep it how it is.
I do agree with that. I'm overall like super excited for this division though, like more than I have been, like way more than I was for the cruiserweight. Like
I don't know about that because I was pretty excited for the cruiserweights after the tournament, but then they blew it up.
I was super excited for the cruiserweights, and then it took forever for them to debut, and then when they did, it was like, well,
yeah, they timed that really weird.
But like,
they timed this weird too, I guess, because this is the first match they had since the fucking UK special.
Mm-hmm.
Well, besides the tournament. Or, wait, no. I said that backwards. Yeah, it was the first match they had since the tournament. Before, fuck it, you know what I mean.
Yeah, we know what you mean, Peef. It's all good.
I speak this language.
Okay, so that was Takeover. Like we said, great show overall.
Yep.
You guys again in 3 months.
I wish they would do that more often. Well, I guess not. Is SummerSlam really 3 months away?
Yeah, it's in August. We're in Yeah.
I think the pacing of takeovers is like perfect. Once every 3 months, I think is perfect.
It helps them to an extent, but then like in between them though, where nobody watches NXT TV except for like 20 people, it kind of hurts the idea of it because people are like, "Oh, whatever ever happened to those NXT dorks?"
But I mean, the first month after a takeover is just it's whatever shows, and it's the last month that builds it up.
Mm-hmm. I will say though, NXT like the weekly show has definitely improved.
I mean,
Like,
I still haven't watched it. To be brutally honest with you, I've not had the time.
I've been watching. It's really good stuff, honestly. Like they've like for a weekly show, like they're putting on a pretty strong effort. They're they're building up storylines well, having good matches. They are showcasing newer talent appropriately. It's a good time.
Yeah, it's a good time to be a wrestling fan.
I still want them to sign Candice though.
I'm pretty sure they have. I think that was a
I don't think
one-off
she
deal.
signed.
I would say she signed for the women's tournament. Sure to God. Why would they feature her on TV?
Oh
like
yeah,
that?
she'll 100% be in the women's tournament, but I don't think she's actually like signed yet.
I'd be shocked.
Signed.
No. I would not be surprised at all though.
All right, so we've been going for
part of NXT.
We've been going for about an hour and a half. You want to go ahead and wrap up since we got the show reviews all taken?
Get at least 2 questions, so
I mean, here's the thing though. A lot of the questions we get are kind of current event kind of deals. So like right now, the inbox is flooded with Jinder Mahal.
we already know how we feel about Jinder.
And also Ciampa and Gargano. So that's why I'm kind of refraining from that for the moment because a lot of it's just repetitive.
Mm.
All right, that's fair. Yeah, all right. Yeah, we can wrap up for now.
All right.
So any last comments or anything?
Fucking Jinder Mahal.
Yeah.
We will all pay respects to the Maharaja himself.
The Maharaja. Wait, I'll close on one note. Punjabi is a badass sounding language.
Yeah, it really is.
Talk about making a dude sound fucking scary. Like, not like in a racist way, and like he sounds like he's gonna kick my ass way.
Well, I mean, he's WWE champion, so kick ass.
Okay, let's close this before I just end it.
Everybody,
all right.
My life, that is.
I'm Quo. This was a special edition of the PSPW podcast.
It's real
Signing
special.
out.